Yeah, whatever, man. I don't eat the nut.
Wow.
Man.
Really?
These jive turkeys.
Why mess around, right?
Yeah. Why
Why
yelling?
mess around tonight?
Why yelling?
So we're going to get down to it tonight.
Your mic is hot. Your mic is hot fire. You need to like.
The grand stage.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Your mic's distorted, man.
Yeah, too hot.
What?
Turn it down. Yeah, it's hot.
What are you doing?
Turn it
My
down.
mic is just. Hold on, man.
Turn it down.
Boy. My boy got turned up.
You try and go into your sermon, man. You get too loud and scratchy.
What is it now? How is it now?
That's better.
Oh, you good now? You good?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't do anything.
You're good now. You're good. You dropped the volume.
It's your loud black
there we
voice.
go.
That's
Well,
what it is.
listen. This is the grandstand, right? We're not playing around tonight. We're taking a stand tonight, right?
Black voice.
So I gotta say before I start this off, first and foremost, man, salute to the chit chat.
Turkey.
J Corn, After Boss,
Jigga knows.
Ricky J, Di-RREC Gaming. Salute to the chit chat community over there. Second, and most importantly, to all the real gamers around the world, thank you for continually supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting my man Technoblast channel as well over there on his channel, Tech Knows.
What's up?
Shout outs to my panel tonight. The streets is real. I'm getting hit up.
Oops, upside your head.
They know it's about to go down. Shout outs to the Xbox community. Y'all looking beautiful tonight. I just got some beautiful news, and we're gonna bring that up too. But you know what, man? Everything is passionate here. Everything comes straight from the gut here. There's no reciting. There's no newspaper to read. There's nothing written down. All from the heart, man. All from the heart. The New Legal does it from the heart, man. And when you do it from the heart, you can't trace it. You can't copy it. It's something that it's like James Brown out here, man. And this is the Big Payback Show.
The Big Payback.
Facts. Yo, Tech, you looking good over there, man. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, man. I'm getting ready for tomorrow and to fly out of this beach, man. Gonna be down in Mexico doing real Forza Horizon stuff. Not that cartoony shit you guys playing on that Xbox. I'm gonna be driving the real streets of Mexico.
You'll have real ray tracing, all natural.
That's right, real ray tracing. Life like you zoom into the plants, the foliage. It's gonna be real.
The foliage.
Yeah.
Right, he went there. My dude went there.
Yeah, he went there with it. Fireballs, how you doing, boss of bosses, man? Out of the boss chamber. Fireballs comes out of the boss chamber with my man After Boss. So if y'all don't know about the boss chamber, man, I can't say no more. Fireballs, how you doing tonight, man?
Sure, man. I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on one more time.
Stop it.
Dude, I kind of envy Tech being able to go out and take a little vacation and stuff.
That's right.
So all I got to say
try
is,
to do a live show from over there from the hotel room, hopefully.
Well, dude, all I got to say is have a safe flight and everything, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can't wait.
Facts.
Six Slayer.
So
how
yes,
you
sir.
doing, fam?
Man, had my ups and downs as life goes, but yo, I'm still here. I'm past it. Just like Xbox has been past it, they've been through their ups and downs, and like the title of the show says, this is what victory looks like. I've talked about this many times before, but now it smells like it, tastes like it, it sounds like it, it looks like it. We're gonna talk about a lot of that tonight.
We ready to battle, fam. So I ain't got no more time to waste. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your sister, your brother, and your stepsister and stepbrother, your first, second, third, fourth, fifth cousin, your uncles and your aunties. your grandma and your grandpa, your great-grandma and your great-grandpa.
Cousins twice removed.
Grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Get your whole family reunion in here. Because we don't care where you from. You can live in a cave. You can be living on a rock. You can live in a shack. You can live in a 1-bedroom mobile home. You can live in a mansion. You can come out of the backwoods. You can come from the forest. You can come from the Rocky Mountains. You can come from the islands. You can come from the ocean. You can come from Mars. You can be from the city. You can be coming out of that grocery store. You be coming out of the mall. You be coming out of your towns. You be coming out of your counties, your states, your nation. We don't care what flag you throw up. You represent any continent on this planet because you could have been anywhere in the world, baby. Anywhere. Anywhere in this universe. Like my man Technoblast son in the back charging me up. But you decided to be out here tonight with the mighty Di-RREC Gaming family. And for that, be grateful. So with that, give me them bombs like Tony Stark's. Let them blow up behind me. And I'm just going to start the show off like this before I get to it. Yo, somebody give me Thor's hammer too. Six Lane, drop Thor's hammer down, man. Because Forza Horizon just hit over 10 million gamers. Before we even get started. 10 million gamers.
Wow.
10 million. That's ridiculous. More than any of the other consoles games combined.
You need how many days? How many days?
The one that ain't even coming to the award show. Because that's how Xbox games look. Hey, that's how Xbox Game Awards look. 10 million. And we represent the 20th anniversry year. You get no air in this room tonight. Absolutely no air in this room tonight.
Okay, all right.
We're taking the oxygen out.
You guilt tripping me, legal.
We're taking them out tonight. You don't want none of this smoke.
Why you say that, boss?
Legal. See, why'd you have to bring up Forza, man? Okay, man. All right. Sorry, I rear-ended you during the sandstorm. Sorry, I hit you in the back, and I ran. Yo, I didn't mean for it to be a hit and run.
10 million. 10 million. Forget your hating. Your hating just died. Your hating does nothing. 10 million. Xbox community.
Dropping those nuclear bombs, man. I'm telling you.
What are y'all doing, man? Y'all looking beautiful out here. We got dudes on the catwalk talking about, I am too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
You crazy.
We got dudes on the catwalk flexing around. Yo, the whole entire Xbox community is on stage right now. We taking all Xbox community fans. 10 million strongs. Give it up for play. I was going to say Yo, give it up for Playground Games for hitting platinum status with their gamers on that game already. And check it out. Didn't even 2 weeks.
Yeah, not even.
No, it hasn't been a full 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Less than.
And how much was it before actual launch?
2 weeks. That's for the people who got the game
slightly less than
to do a review on, who didn't even beat the game, but they got it to review it.
Close to 6 before even actually launched?
I think so, right?
Wow.
Or was it over 6? I think it was slightly less than 6.
Wow.
I think it was 5.8 or something.
But who buys, right?
It was almost 7.
Who buys racers?
Yeah, who buys racers?
Oh, 6.8.
Oh, sorry.
I got a problem.
Excuse me.
I got a problem. I come here to waste no time. You know, I came here to be that echo tonight. So we're going to get down to it. The Game Awards, I got a problem with you.
Ooh.
I got a problem with you, Game Awards.
What's your problem? Why you mad, rapper? Why?
Gamers is mad all over the place. It ain't just
legal. Everything is messed up right now. It ain't that I'm mad. Everything's messed up right now. So we're trying to do some investigating. But before we do this, I want to take y'all back, and I want y'all to listen to this real quick, okay? Because there was something beautiful that happened on our channel not too long ago. All right? Give me a second. Let me get to it.
We gotta wait for this guy.
Give me a second. This is gonna be some beautiful stuff. Before we even do this show today,
kids, time for bed. Right. Everybody go to bed.
Yo, let me get to this part because this was that funny stuff.
Wait a minute.
Here we go.
That was actually a Photoshop.
There he is. Hold on, we're gonna get to it. That daggum Fireboss was on it.
Yeah, what's up, Mr.
What I tell you? Ever since indie games been like jumping into this whole movie like storytelling stuff.
Hold on.
It's like everybody else had to do it.
So you tell they wasn't doing anything for you. The only reason why you kept these lanes.
Hold on.
This ain't about.
Dog.
Listen.
He spoke over before.
Listen.
System, right?
Why yelling?
The top game played on this brand new console, next gen console, is Fortnite. Are you telling me the game that my little 8-year-old son plays every day? That's the #1 game on PlayStation 5? On the PlayStation 5. Remember, we don't buy new consoles or play old games, but apparently that was false.
Shout out to J-Rock. Previously on Di-RREC Gaming.
Black Ops Cold War.
What's up, Joe? What's up, 100? What's up, Jigga? What's up, Sonic?
That was a lie. Okay. Number 3, FIFA 21. Again.
FIFA always takes top spot.
Okay. That's the European and Asian base. Right. Number 4, NBA 2K1. Another cross.
Does it look like we playing tonight? Keep going, J-Rock.
2K1. 2K is gonna make this list not once but twice. Okay, because I want to see what 2 is at. Give me 2K22. Where's that at? That comes in number 10th. That comes in 10th place. So you're telling me 2-1 is being played more than 2-2. Right. So they ain't even doing that right. Okay, so let's move to number 5. What's the top 5 dead or alive?
Oh man, are we going through 1 through 10?
One here, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Damn, that's last year's stuff, right? But that's okay. I mean, we got DLCs and expansions to play on that game. Okay, give me 6. Destiny 2. So you're telling me I'm at 6, and you ain't told me one PlayStation game yet? Or is that what you telling me? Yeah, and they played it on PlayStation 4. A bunch of cross-gen multiplats. Okay, let's get to number 7. Maybe there's some hope. Now we're gonna do. There is no hope. Number 7, right? The most played. Sony. Are you telling me this is their greatest character? Is it their greatest character coming up? Tell me, you gotta be number 7. Yeah, this one's good. This is Sony's first party title right here. The most played. MLB The Show.
Oh yeah.
21.
Listening to a show.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, we can listen to this later. This is the last episode. Anybody can go listen.
Calm down. There's a method to this madness.
We're not going through all 10, are we?
The whole 10, bro. Come on.
Calm down. There's a method to this madness.
Oh my God.
Hey, patience, my brothers. Patience.
You played it on Game Pass, bro. Absolutely. That's right.
Because J-Rock said something that's going to lead up to all.
Why'd you just say that already? Come on, man. This is foolishness right here.
That means I got to experience, right? The most played PlayStation 5 first party title, day and date at no additional cost for my subscription service, while they had to dig into their pockets for $70. Well, and it's still up in there, and the season is over with. Yeah, and the season's over with.
One
dude was remarking. It's like, man, it's been in there for 8 months. I was like, what you think this is, Sony?
Wait on it. Wait for it.
Nah, baby, you get the full baseball season.
The 20-minute call.
And the draft, baby. They're gonna release a whole new game before it gets out of Game Pass, baby. Yeah, the next game on that list is Spider-Man Miles Morales. You telling me the greatest character on PlayStation?
Just keep it. There he is.
Is number 9? Number 8. Yeah.
Number 8.
Didn't forget it.
Why did you say that?
You'll see. You'll see. He don't even know what he did last show. Watch this.
You could have just said what he did.
Watch this, Sick. Watch this.
And this is another cross-gen title. Yeah. Let me just throw that in there. Another cross-gen title. Remember when they told us they're not for them cross-gen titles, and they're for them next-gen. Bro. Yeah, they believe in generations over there. Right. Of course. Next one is a remake. A wonderful remake at that. It's
like
Demon Souls.
another one.
Wow. Now
that's 9.
This is interesting because Demon Souls is a niche title, right? Well, they don't even they haven't even dropped the sales numbers for that. Wow.
See, I'm not saying anything because I know where you're going.
You already know where I'm going with this. Watch this.
Say that instead.
Watch this.
That's why I'm sitting back.
This is pivotal. This is pivotal, bro. This is how you know it's all nonsense. Watch this.
No, because even you can live the Souls games take a certain type of player, and unfortunately, I'm not one of them type of players. Yeah, I mean, especially when you played it 13 years ago. Yeah, after I tried it a few times, I was like, nope,
There you go. Watch this.
Now you said that 10 minutes ago.
This is NBA 2K22. You know what, J-Rock? Yo, but games that tell me. Hold on. Yeah, that's the last game then?
Listen.
This is it?
Listen.
This is it, Legal? This is it, bro. Yo, Legal, where's the game of the year?
Where's the game of the year? Done. Where's the game of the year?
Who, Ratchet and Clank?
Where's the game of the year? Sick. Now that you couldn't wait, I'm asking you, Sick.
He named all of those games. He's like, where's the game of the year on the
Where's
list?
the game of the year at?
It wasn't on the list.
Was it on the list, Sick?
No, it's called Forza 5. No, Forza Horizon 5.
Technoblast. Where's the game of the year at? Where was it at? Because what we just heard was a previous show that was giving off the list of the top 10 most played PlayStation 5 games.
Uh-huh.
Did y'all hear Deathloop in that?
Nope.
What was Deathloop at?
I ain't hear no Returnal or anything.
What was Ratchet and Clank at, people?
I thought Death Horizon.
I thought you said number 8 or 9.
Death Stranding director's cut was going to be part of it.
Where's Ghost of Tsushima director's cut? Where's Death Stranding's director's cut? Where's all the cuts at? Where all the cuts at?
They got cut out. That's where they at.
We're gonna do a real cut. We're gonna do a real cut tonight, and we're gonna open up some wounds. So now, Jeff Keighley, right?
Keighley, not Keighley.
Keighley. Keighley.
It's like when a female doing her Kegels, right?
I'm sorry. I said his name wrong.
Man, first you play that whole clip, and second, you can't say the guy's name right. God dang it,
Why
man.
are you out here fronting, man?
Why?
You guys out here fronting. You got Deathloop, and you got
somebody got hurt.
Technoblast asked me why I was so mad, right?
Why you so mad, rapper?
You know what's funny? Is that those two games have no community in them. Those communities are dead. Deathloop didn't even last 2 weeks. It didn't even last. In 4 days, it was already done with. You can go look this up on the internet. You can go look up the player base.
What's up,
all right?
Nick?
It just kept going down. The numbers just kept going down until they just stopped talking about it. I mean, it was gone, right? Ratchet and Clank, all right? Nobody talks about that game because it's done already. It's already done. That game lasted about a week. I give it about, it was like a week. You didn't hear nothing else about it. It didn't even go like a full 10 days. I wouldn't even say that. It was just weird, right?
They tried to carry it. They tried to spark it back up, but it died.
They didn't even impact their community because we just heard it. The truth is out there, right? So what is the Game Awards really about? Do y'all really know anything about Jeff?
Money.
Do y'all know his history? Do y'all know what his plan was even when he started Game Awards show? You want to know what his plan was? Does anybody know this? Because y'all was out there. I don't know about Tech. Six Slayer, you was out here all this time. What do you know about him?
I know.
What do you know about Keely?
I know many things about this guy, but I think the things I know are quite apparent in public nowadays. Because this guy, he has an unhealthy adoration for Hideo Kojima. Number one. Okay, we're gonna take this.
Listen.
No, it's multiple things, right?
I don't want to start there. Relax. Start at the beginning.
Hey, listen to your clip. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Let him talk.
I
don't want to start there. That's the middle. Start at the beginning with Jeff, bro.
I don't know
what got him making this Game Awards show.
I don't remember all of that, man. All I remember is watching the first Game Awards, and even before then, I would see him on Spike TV. I think he was on G4 before that collapsed. Stuff like that.
Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll let you talk. Give me 1 second. This guy's parents was involved in the Hollywood section of California, in the motion pictures, so to speak. I don't know all the details, but his parents had connections, right? Because they worked in that field with the filming industry. They had connections. So it's not like Jeff just all of a sudden came out of nowhere. Oh, his mom and dad had bank. All right. What ended up happening was in the early 90s, of course, gaming was no longer considered a nerd situation. The industry figured it out and started saying, you know what, we need to bank on gaming, but gaming is becoming too big. We need to figure out a way how we can make money off of gaming, just like they always do. Anything that starts off bizarre, they don't do anything till they figure it out. And once they figure it out, they want to make gaming propaganda. Okay. So how did it start out, people? It started out with a bunch of shows with a bunch of celebrities. You can go look this stuff up. It was a bunch of celebrities that was involved with the gaming shows. It was never about gamers. So you see where I'm going with this. It was never about gamers until little Jeff came around. Man, we need somebody to look like the community. So little Jeff came around. You play games? Yeah, I do. We know your mom and dad. So can we use him for a minute and put him out here to be the mascot for the gaming movement, to push it through? Because we got all these celebrities and they really don't play games. They ain't playing games like this. So Jeff became the mascot of that movement. And in the process, he was like 14 years old. So he went through school, went through college, went through all of this stuff. And that's why you see him on those different shows like Six was fixing to say. But his plan was, he was never happy about how gaming in his mind was represented. So he wanted to deep down make a show that gave back to the devs. So I want everybody to understand his original thinking process. It was never about the gamers. It was always about the developers getting an award for games. That was his thing. I want to make a show where we give back to devs. Okay.
You stole that out of my mouth. You know that?
Go ahead. Now I'm gonna let y'all sit.
Oh no. Continue. I was just saying that what you're saying is exactly one of the things that was in my mind. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Sick. That was I just want people to understand
story about
Sick said he didn't know.
Well, that's a nice story about some kid who had altruistic motives originally or whatever. But this dude done sold off his soul many stops back. So who cares about all that other previous crap? Okay,
come on, we gotta put it out there.
Yeah, it's worthless. It's worthless because he was only relevant, right? Right? Up until he was relevant in a lot of things. G4, I seen him on Spike TV. Spike TV used to have a show on Monday nights, all types of show, all over the internet. He's worked all over the place, right? He hosts a YouTube E3 thing every year. He used to be like he was like the Carson Daly of gaming, right? And as a gamer, which he at least is a gamer, right? He plays games, right? And loves games and all of that. He he showed off the things he's most enamored with in gaming. Everybody has their preferences on game type. Maybe you like a certain type of game developer. For him, we know Hideo Kojima, the Metal Gear guy, all of that. But there's other things about him that we started to notice. He has a bias towards PlayStation, no matter what he says and doesn't say. He has a lot of connections with the people in media, in the games media, like in front of a camera games media, right? But somewhere along that line, his preferences start to affect decisions where preferences shouldn't be. Fast forward to the first Game Awards. You know what won Game of the Year? I said this on the show before. Can anyone guess, real quick?
I know the name, and all of a sudden my brain isn't working.
And it pissed off everybody who watched the show, by the way, because the show was horrible, and then it ended up with this stinker on top of it. It was Madden. Madden legit won the Game of the Year for the first ever show. Are you kidding me? At the Game Awards, bro, it was a disgrace. Gamers everywhere were pissed off, right? So then apparently they changed up the system, but now that system is corrupt. Okay? Listen to me. When Metacritic of all, right, has to come out and back Forza Horizon, right? And say, yo, it's a shame this game wasn't nominated. By every objective metric, not for preference or what you have opinion for or whatever. Maybe you're not into racing games, right? There's a lot of, I'm sure, some people they're casual racing fans, and Forza is more in tune with that, right? So, okay, maybe you want the gearhead type, right? And you want, the motorsport series, whatever, right? But objectively speaking, Forza is kicking ass in so many objective metrics, things that you can use to measure. That's what a metric is, okay? Something you can use to measure what's going on. Over 10 million people are actively playing the game, when only people who pre-ordered had access to the game before it was up for everybody on Game Pass to just go and download the game. It hit nearly 6 million players or 7 million. It was either 5.8 or 6.8 million confirmed people, because when you log in the game, the number is right there. Just like you see in Halo, up to date for the moment when you're looking at it. Okay? The review scores that have come from all over the place. IGN even, which I'm going to talk Sean again later, gave it a 10. No questions. The only question they have is, how the hell did they get this game to look this good on a quote-unquote last-gen engine? Because that's been their narrative. Digital Foundry said the same thing. Now, of course, Digital Foundry is going to stick in their little crap here and there. Of course, they always want to, right? But by any situation where opinion does not come into the situation where it's just pure facts, Forza Horizon kicks ass. It's worthy of being nominated for Game of the Year. Just nominated, not the single Game of the Year, but damn sure is in the front running, or would have been. Jeff Keighley himself answered a question. The game wasn't too late release-wise to be nominated. He goes on to say that the people who did the voting didn't vote enough for it to be there. But they voted for Ratchet and Clank and all that other crap? Really? All
right, hold it right there, Sick. Hold it right there. I thought gaming was about community. Gaming was about, when you define gaming in the sense of console space, right? It's about engagement. Nobody's going to be, nobody really, and this is the reality. Nobody cares about a game if 3 people are playing on it. Nobody cares about it, right? So in a sense, when you're telling us that Deathloop, Ratchet and Clank is going for Game of the Year, they're community games. It's already proven what the PlayStation 5 players are playing, and you didn't even represent that right. You got that wrong. So hold on. Got something else for y'all to hear. It's funny because my man Afterboss knows about this. It's funny because if you do your research on this dude, you know this dude's a joke out the gate. And I'm going to let y'all hear something real quick. This is why you got to understand this dude. And what I was trying to tell Sick, you got to go to your origins because there's a lot of people who are blind about this guy. Now, look, this guy does great things. Don't get that twisted. But don't ever think that this dude is going for Xbox. You in the community that is totally opposite from what this dude represents.
He has to try and keep up appearances.
I want to make that clear. This dude has no intentions of making Xbox look good at all. Now I want everybody to hear this.
I'm gonna cross to this area. We're crossing together, Joel. I'm gonna stop right here. Oh my God. Let's move across. Over here. Right now. We need to kick some zombies in the face. So we're choreographed. Oh, there we go. It's time to go hands-on with a world premiere demo of Dying Light. Go. All right, I'm here to demo a new dating over 25,000 tweets, 14 world premieres, 3 exclusive demos, only 2 accidental on-set deaths, and 1 very, very full, very chafy adult diaper. Jeff, what a night. Yeah,
wow.
I thought that
Watch
incredible
this
performance of Music GTA. There's actually more to come. There's more to come. Chain Gang in 1974, the song that you've heard on that trailer, TV spot. How many times did you hear that when you played the game straight 30 hours? Not that many times, really. Really? No. It was a great. Yeah. No, it was one of those things where it's like they're, the radio station.
How high was he?
So much music, right? And we only got a little sample of it tonight, but it was really cool to see that. So we got more of that coming up. And this was the first year of VGX, and we built the show with your feedback in mind. We've been reading a lot of feedback from the fans online about what what they'd like us to change, and we definitely want to make sure that people love the game. What's great about Twitter is that they don't criticize anything. It's just positive all the time. It's great. Well, this show is designed as a celebration of our industry, and
you're gonna love this, Sick.
The amazing games, the amazing creativity.
Eventually.
Business and, which television are you taking home with you? This one? This is the 80-inch. It's pretty nice, right? Yeah, I'm gonna carry this on my back. All right. Well, we're gonna end a lot of cool games. So what are you gonna load? I know you were at the Xbox launch.
Joel McHale must have been smoking the
So which of these games do you think Joel McHale is going to put into the district? Well, I know you hate everything other than Titanfall. So that is weird for me. But Destiny looks great. So that from Bungie, the creators of Halo. Yeah, that looks terrific. And the one with the sledgehammer. That's what I'm just gonna call it. No, Titanfall looks pretty amazing, and the guy who created it's right over there. Yeah. And he's got that crazy shirt on, that looks like he stole from the Kardashians. Yeah. So I'm afraid he's gonna throw something at me if I don't say Titanfall. I'm gonna show my kids the tropical freeze.
This is gonna get good. Watch this.
With the cane. Yeah,
eventually, I'm sure.
Awesome. Well, cool. All right. And how about you? How about you, mister? No, I think all the same stuff you said. Name one game that you're gonna play. Other than all of them, and you like them all. No, they all. Have you ever not liked the game? Have you ever gone on record saying, I don't like this game? Yes, there've been some games that have not been very good. Really? Yes. A lot of them are disappointed, and they're not nominated here tonight. That's why, yes, this is only the finest. Only the finest, the best of the best. Well, Joel, it's been awesome to have you. It's been great with us. Thank you for... We go way back 3 hours ago. Yes. So,
oh, my God.
You coming by. You are one of Toronto's finest. Thank you, Joel. And you definitely have taken way less drugs than your mayor. Yes,
just like you said, that was the last time they were on Spike TV.
There you go. And you know what? It's funny Fireboss said that because Fireboss is Canadian.
All you could say was that Joel McHale was.
Oh, you mean Afterboss?
Afterboss.
I'm sorry.
The whole show. That's what you had to say. That's hilarious, though.
That was hilarious. I just want to put it on record so nobody gets
it on record
because people think.
People knew
we're just talking out of the side of our mouths. People think, oh, you just hating on the guy. We're not hating on the guy. This guy has receipt trails.
But I'm just saying, all this stuff I was saying about Forza Horizon, this is not nothing opinion-wise, right? This is all facts. No other game on that list, no other game this year, period, has done what Forza Horizon has done. That's no question. Okay? And that means the amount of sales that it's gotten in this amount of time, the praise it's gotten from people who have played it, even people who claim it's crap, but are secretly playing it, and we all have the receipts on these people. Okay? Crap being a key word, right? But
or another person likes to talk like he's gargling hot coals and stuff. Here's your boy here.
right. But basically, everybody and their mama love this game and is playing it. And if they tell you they're not, they're definitely playing it. That's how it is. We all seen it all week. Okay? Objectively speaking, there is no room for opinion. This is fact. Forza Horizon 5 was snubbed on purpose.
And see, the thing that kills me about it, and this is me speaking as a creative person and a developer myself, because it's funny, like what Legal was saying about the origins of this show was to give back to the developers, and that I can respect. You know, there's other award shows, but
okay,
that's not what
the thing.
Can't
bring it home, Fireballs.
But can't the success of the game by the community, the people that are playing it, the people that are buying it, and it shows 10 million players are playing this right now.
Yeah.
Isn't that enough validation to say, man, we did a fantastic game?
No. Okay.
And do they need an award?
Let me finish off, and I'll be done. Okay. All right, I just gotta get this off because this is me speaking. This is the developer Fireball speaking. All right. Okay. Imagine if you poured all your I mean, because we all know not everybody can be a winner. All right, we all understand that. All right, but imagine that you put everything you got, you put your whole left foot and your right foot into making this thing come together. And you get all this praise. You get all this, all this rain coming down. I mean, all this good praise and everything. And you're getting 5s, 10s, perfect scores. Maybe one that's short of, a few that's short of a perfect score, right? And here it is. You get told, hey, you're going to make the nominations. Oh man, can you imagine how hyped the whole team is? And they know that they are the most highest scored thing. But then all of a sudden turn around and here comes the backhand. Here comes Jackie's spinning fist, which is a move, if any of y'all familiar with Virtual Fighter, that everybody used to hate. Is that spinning back fist that sends you flying out the ring. They got knocked clean out the ring by that spinning back fist that came from out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I'm telling you, the reason why I brought the spinning back fist up, because that was backhanded. That was a serious slap to the damn face.
Mm-hmm.
To all their effort, to all that praise, all that rain of good stuff coming down. It didn't mean a damn thing. And the only reason I bring that up is because at the end of the day, yeah, sure. You lace your boots back up, you get back on the horse, and you continue to ride on. But you got to think as to what that kind of does to a lot of people's, their motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
So the thing is that I'm happy that everybody is still in their corner, other than a few little clowns here and there. But I'm happy that, we the gamers are still playing. We're still growing their numbers because we're showing Playground Games that they do matter. They did make it. They were here. They did make a difference. Even if there's certain people that won't, accept. I guess you say acknowledge that. We do.
Fireballs. This is about giving devs their praise.
But after all these years of these award shows
and
showing, and the way they've gone.
Ask you a question directly.
Wouldn't you think the development community will finally just like, this is just a joke of a show? Who gives a shit about this?
Okay, listen. This is why I want to ask you a question directly. This is what I was trying to say. So, to answer your first direct question that you said before, Fireball said what he said, right? Because what Fireball said was important. But to answer the direct question that you had, why does it matter anyway? We know they're doing so well, they're winning in reality anyway. Why does it matter?
Yeah.
Because history is written by the victors, right? Eventually, the context that we know now, because this is recent history, because we're living it now, will fade away. All that will be remembered is what was written, right? What's researchable and what people remember, and the human memory can't be trusted. For future generations, for the influence that they deserve, that they worked hard for, because the reverse has been done before. And that's why I picked the title of this particular show. This is what victory looks like. Because for all year, Xbox has been winning. Let's be frank. When it comes to software and many other things, right? They've been knocking it out of the park. If positions were swapped and Sony was in Microsoft's position and Microsoft was in Sony's position, people would have said that Microsoft effed up for the second time in a row. Now they definitely need to leave gaming. That probably wouldn't happen. Or would have happened. Okay? Would have happened. Yeah. That's fact. You see how you just said, yeah, that naturally? Because it's not a debate. That's how bad Sony is doing and how well Microsoft is doing. But for a long time, it hasn't felt that way. And it's been happening all year, okay? The year anniversary just passed this week, right? That whole vibe and history, that whole time of winning, it hasn't felt that way because of the press and other factors trying to blur the facts, trying to cloud people from hearing the truth about what's really going on, right? All the narratives that were destroyed all year. That's why it matters, because people will take the wrong thing away from it. When I tell you, regular people who don't know nothing from nothing about gaming and want to buy a gaming system and still have heard Xbox has no games in 2021, late 2021, when Microsoft is in the lead right now, basically, that shows you exactly why we can't let that shit rest. You cannot. It will fester like that.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect example of that. But that's answered your question, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to separate myself because, you know, I'm knee deep in knowing what's happening and what games are out there and what do I enjoy and in following. Not that I follow the show, because I gave up on that show years ago.
Yeah, I just watch it for the trailers. That's it. Most people say that and have for a long time.
And I given up a long time ago. So I would figure, you know, people that work in the industry by now will figure it out. It's like, you know what? This is just a shit show. It's like, who cares about this crap? The numbers are showing that we're doing a fantastic job. The sales numbers are showing. The user engagement is showing. It's like all this is showing that we're a success. And we don't need some kind of trophy or some like little clown show, award show to solidify our success of a game. But you know, but I understand what you're saying, though.
We need to get rid of this whole situation. This is horrible because the Game Awards supposedly is run by the games industry. Like other games producers do the voting, okay?
Yeah.
The show that we see live stream, that's not what they're there in it for. This is their chance to hobnob and dress up and celebrate the work they've done all year. That's their attraction as developers, right? So this whole thing is been given the velour of legitimacy when we as gamers know it's not. And we can't just let it slide because we know what that leads to. He has to be held accountable for the fact that he's blatant lying. His biases are clear to everyone. And it's not just Xbox.
Well, not only that, it's the way the guy presents as well when there's anything Microsoft, anything Xbox. Like there's no energy or enthusiasm whatsoever. But no, let there be a Kojima game. And oh my God, the guy's wetting his pants.
That's why that Series X release hit all the harder because he was so shocked. I don't know. I don't care. Anybody who believes that he was in on it is a goddamn moron. Look at his face.
Yeah. Oh no, he was. Yeah. Yeah.
It's that simple.
I want everybody to see this right here. Wow. Another thing. Let's stop acting like let's stop acting like we don't have history. Okay. Fireboss was right there. This is to nominate developers' work.
Yeah,
I get it. It's almost funny how the date is. He told us that the cutoff is November the 4th. Normally, Xbox great games come after November. It's just a coincidence, right? That he would.
Won't they fall for the following year, or no?
Look,
or it doesn't work like that.
Gears 4 didn't come out in November, right? Gears 4 was the best looking game.
Yeah, but that's not even the that year. He verified this on Twitter himself, so it wasn't that.
Gears 4 did not come out in November. The best looking game, the best story. It was perfect, right? For that year, it was the best game that year. Didn't win, got it. Look, Ori and the Will-O-the-Wisp won on the joystick awards, right? But not on the game awards. It's like when it comes to Xbox, this guy doesn't want Xbox to be noticed at all because you got to understand something. He's tied into the Japanese market, all right? The marketing for his show was heavily marketed from the Japanese side. He's tied into that. This is why when you saw, and he's a Sony fanboy. He's let that be known. He's a Sony fanboy. Whatever Sony does, he's going to do it. When Sony wasn't there for E3, he wasn't there for E3. He's not, what I'm trying to tell everybody is, he's not here for the overall gaming community. Because just like we talked about Sony didn't get into this business for games. That wasn't their MO. We know what their MO was. You can go back and read about their MO. Gaming became important to Sony when their plans didn't work out right, when Nintendo sideswiped them, basically. So Sony,
because Nintendo saw the hullabaloo they was trying to do.
Exactly. I'm not even trying to do the history call, right? We're not even gonna do that again.
Oh no, you don't have to.
About it, you got the internet, look it up. I'm not here to be no historian tonight. Just dropping these facts. Sony got in, now they forced to get in, they got in. They did what they had to do, right? This guy does wherever Sony goes, he's gonna go. We know the relationship with him and Kojima. We already know that. He displayed it. Sick ain't lying about this. The guy put out a sad song on, I don't know, was it 2017? Might have been 2018, 2019 Game Awards. He cried about him not being there. The next following year, he made sure he was there, got up, hugged the guy, kissed the guy.
His friend. Yeah, his friend. Yeah, back when everybody saw what Konami did to him. And, he took the truth and he spun into this whole narrative, so he could, love his best friend on camera. It was weird.
Facts. It was weird. And then you see that okay, I'm going to bring it up because everybody, they think that we just talking, right? You remember, I don't know what year it was. It's not important. It's on the Game Awards. You can go look it up on YouTube. He had one of his shows, right? Whenever an Xbox game was nominated or something, he was quick to stop talking about it. He was like brushing it off. But as soon as it was a Sony game, he had so much to say. So it was like an Xbox game. I mean, yeah, okay, moving right on along. Everybody was like, dang.
Well, shit, man. I made a video of his reactions. Remember that?
I'll be damned.
Remember that video? I did like I cut clips of everything that's Xbox, and his energy was just like looking down.
Lying. Talk about it. No.
Yeah. It was like 2 shows ago or something before the whole COVID thing. And every time there was an Xbox title or anything referencing Xbox.
Yep. He would just instantly switch subject.
He'll go really quick. He'll go really fast.
Yep.
To move on to the next one, or he'll just and by the way, there's an Xbox thing going on right now, so let's go. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. How about last year's Xbox show?
Hold on,
little panel.
I'm not done yet.
What?
I just wanted Tech to, because Tech did.
No, I just kept going, and then he selected a panel as well that had nothing, that did nothing.
That's where I was gonna go, right there.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember Summerfest? Yep. You remember
that's the one I'm talking about.
Go ahead and speak about it.
I'll go ahead, Fireballs.
Well, like so. You like Halo? I don't even play Xbox. So like, what the? Then why the hell are you even here?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, exactly.
And he did it on purpose. You can't listen. Too many coincidences. Listen, there's a saying. 2 times is a coincidence. 3 times is sus. Like, but it's been like how many times we can sit here and mention all these examples of stuff in the history that we've seen him do. We all know these examples. We don't need to belabor the point, but we all know it, right? Like too many times. But it's the air of legitimacy that these awards have, because it's a part of the whole community thing, and developers are going there to hobnob and and celebrate what they've done and all these things. So it's just like it's never can be fixed unless people continue to talk about it. It's important.
See, the thing to me is that if it wasn't for these so-called announcements that we all, we're all like sitting on the fence just waiting for and stuff. If it wasn't for those, like I've been telling a few other people in another chat I was in, is I would tell everybody just don't tune in, don't watch it. Hit them where it hurts in the viewership. Just don't show up. Don't care to watch it, and just wait for the announcements, because they're going to show up in 4K, 60 frames per second on the next day on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So just wait for them then, because you're not going to get any news.
Same night the trailer drop, you go right on YouTube and watch them. You're right, Fireballs. You got it. But see, here's the thing: you got to understand there's 2 forces at work, right? You have the donkey
playing his show, Joe. We know this.
You got the donkey community, right?
He's balls
that
deep.
Uses the nonsense to their favor, right? Just like
they kind of pissed too, because Returnal didn't make it, which to me is like, why in the world would it make it? But hey, they upset about that. So
Fireballs. We don't care, because we got told what they're playing. You see what I'm saying, Fireballs? We don't care. The report has come out to what they play. Top 10. And none of the games that they playing were any of these games that are nominated for Game of the Year.
That's why I said I don't understand.
Right. So right there that is BS. It's bullshit right there. Because how you representing 2 games that have a dead community? I'm just going to put it like this. Everybody is playing on Forza Horizon 5. That's what everybody's playing at.
And Halo.
And next gen. We don't know we know they're playing Halo. But let's give Forza Horizon its flowers. 10 million strong on that game right now. 10 million strong right now. The majority's over there racing. They're racing, running around, running over cactuses and stuff. That's what they're doing. Jumping over hills, rivaling in the clubs, getting together, painting, putting new tires on, getting tune-ups. They're out there having a good time. See, don't that reflect gaming?
Hey, I put my video in the chat.
Ain't even going to reflect that.
Hey, I put that video in the chat.
That's right, 100. Halo. Yeah, they playing Halo. This is facts. The gaming is on Xbox, but this is why it's hurting them, because the gaming is on Xbox. So he had to make a make-believe situation. That's what he did. Look, Six Slayer.
Yep.
Can you do me a favor? Can you show the games that are nominated and say them out loud, please?
Oh, I'd have to look over that. 1 second.
And if Chit Chat, you want to help Six Slayer out, please.
Game Awards 2021 nominees.
Yeah. Read that out.
All right, 1 second. Okay, the nominees right here.
And the nominees are Ratchet and Clank.
You all God damn it! Wow, the website is horrible. My eyes hurt. Hold on. Here are the nominees.
Returnal.
Okay, for game of the year.
For Gotti, you know.
Just for game of the year.
Yeah.
Not for narrative, all these other ones. Okay.
Best played game of the year is your mom. All right, I'm sorry.
Check out the Bobos on Super Freak. Anybody can tell me what movie that's from. Anyway, game of the year. There's 6 games on this list. Number 1, 6th game on the list. Deathloop. It Takes Two. Metroid Dread. Psychonauts 2. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And Resident Evil Village. The only game I would really see, well, there's 3. Deathloop, Metroid, and Psychonauts, right? For PlayStation, I would say one of their top games would have to have been Ratchet and Clank. And Resident Evil multi-platform, a lot of people have love for that game too, right? It Takes Two, I don't know how it got there, but none of these games, not a one.
Not
any game I see in all the other categories, right? Deserve to be in contention for an award, and Forza Horizon 5 is not.
Right.
Period. That's not
period.
an opinion. That's a fact.
Now, Sick, I want you to stop right there, Sick. You see where AfterBoss is going with this? I know he's going with this. Now, watch this, Sick. I want everybody. You know what? I came prepared tonight. Y'all thought I was playing.
No,
tonight.
you didn't.
Watch this.
You made us wait 20 minutes.
What does this say?
No, I don't know because it's bright.
Oh God, it's so bright.
Hold on, right there.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I saw that.
Read it out, Tech.
It says reset era page 3 awards game the at Gotti win ever game 2D a will.
Come on, man.
Will a 2D game ever win Gotti of the game at the Game Awards? Page 3.
Why would a question like that be asked, Tech? It said ever. Tech, did it not say ever?
Ever.
So that means
Ever,
the 2D game has never been nominated for a Game of the Year on Game Awards, right?
Yep.
Sick. Why's Metroid Dread on there?
Because it's a pretty good game, though.
It is a pretty good game, but it's a Nintendo game, a Japanese game. They gotta give that all this love.
You dig
despite all the hate it got. Despite all the hate it got.
Too deep, Sick. It's there by default.
Well, of course, it's a Japanese game.
Facts.
Or they had to throw a Nintendo game in there.
Yeah, and they had to throw a Nintendo game in there too. Yep, there's multiple
There you
reasons.
go. Look. Oh man, this is crazy. What style of game is Metroid?
Well, this
Platform.
one's 2D.
2D
Right.
action platform.
That's right. What style of game was Ori and the Will of the Wisp?
Flat
Who made it?
platformer.
What developer was the developer that's influenced that game, made their games from? Come on.
Metroid.
That's right. Say it again.
Castle.
Metroid.
Was it Metrovania?
What do you call Metroidvania?
Metrovania.
Say it again.
Yeah, because you got to give Castlevania its due for what it did for the formula too.
Nice. Say it
Metroidvania.
again.
Metroidvania.
There you go. But wait a minute. We know what we're talking about because it's documented. I just showed it, right? So the gaming community
Must be true.
has already asked this question. Man, why 2D games ain't never get nominated? Because we already had our Metroid. Look, Will of the Wisp scored way higher than Dread. Never got acknowledged. Never got acknowledged, y'all. You see this? You see the buffoonery? The buffoonery.
The
It
coonery.
sound like my man Technoblast down there in Texas when he, shit.
She.
This is crazy. You can't make this stuff up, man. The game is a Metroid game. It's a Metroid style game, right? It did not even get nominated for Gotti on the Game Awards, but all of a sudden,
And it was more successful, more love.
Wait.
By default. If it's more successful, that means more people went and bought it. Sales do matter when people talking about that stuff. It's like when these PlayStation fanboys were alluding, to sales and stuff all the time. What they were trying to say was, if this many people bought the game, it must be freaking good, right? But, and once again, the same with Forza, same with this. In every metric, it sold and did better. That's what Ori did, but it's not.
Ori did better
in every way, and yet it's
so
not.
What is it coming down to? The Game Awards doesn't reflect the gaming community.
Nope.
Because what I want to tell everybody is this: that was never Jeff's motive. It was all about giving the devs. Because you got to understand something. To him, and listen, people, listen. Let's just make this clear. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Just make sense. He hasn't been able to make sense with it. So, and I also understand why you would want to pamper the devs, right? Because if you can get favors from the devs, you're going to last long. He didn't like the fact that previously gaming shows gave back to the gamers. It was all about the gamers, and it was a little wild. I will give him that. It just needed to be constructed more. They didn't. He felt like he talked about this, man. You can go look it up on YouTube. He talked about it. I think it's like the Jeff Keighley documentary of why he wanted to do Game Awards. You can look it up. In that press time, he was talking about how there was times when he was doing shows where he used to get mad because he felt like he had a better idea. Seriously, he talks about it. So you can tell that this dude, he rather please devs than give to the gamers who are actually the gamers are the ones who help the devs stay afloat. Yes, devs make the video games, and it's like mutual. What he does is he makes the devs important, but neglects the gamer. That's like there's no gamer without the dev. There's no dev without the gamers. You can't separate the two. Devs and gamers. What's and? Like we said, elementary. It's a conjunction. That means when you have an and with two other words on the other end of and, you can't separate the two.
Oh, snap. It's school time.
It's school time. What you call it? School rock time. This dude is trying to act like you can separate the two. And that's why it doesn't make sense. Sick, tech, fireball, chit chat. Because he wants you to, he can't live up to what he really wants to do. He wants to just exonerate. I mean, not exonerate. He wants to, what you call it? I'm trying to, what's the word I'm trying to? Exalt. That's right. He wants
manipulate.
To exalt. He wants to exalt devs, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
None of us.
Like he does with Hideo Kojima. He's like unhealthy with that. But
right.
He likes it. All right. There's not wrong with it.
Nobody has a problem with him commemorating devs for their hard work, because we do too. We're gamers. The thing is, the show, he wants you to make it. He wants you to think that it matters. Like Six said, if it's an award for devs, and it really doesn't reflect the gaming community, then why do gamers look at it so seriously? Jeff, you're the one that's telling us that it ain't so serious. Because look what you just did. Six just named off your 6 games for Gotti, and they don't even reflect the real life community. They're dead. But yet you got one over here that's selling its butt off. And at the same time, it's actually growing a community this year, and it's not even nominated for Gotti. Like, the reality game is not even there. That's lame, bro. You can't get no more lame than that. I mean, seriously. And on top, what makes it bad is this is the year Xbox has been on a roll. It's been on a roll, man. And like I said,
it's funny. The only ones that make Gotti from Xbox are multiplats.
Right.
Yep.
Xbox is
not a single first party dedicated to Xbox only was allowed to be Gotti.
Yeah.
Right. Xbox is
that's a statement in itself. That's what I want people to think about. That's a statement.
That's a statement. Xbox is killing it right now, and it's making the guy sick. All right. He never want to acknowledge. Look, you put those games there, but he could have put the Ascent there. The Ascent was great for the summer. It gave us breath. It was unique.
Yeah,
it was different. This guy kind of went. He went like y'all. He was scared to do it. Like he was scared to. Those games got presented, and it's like you went out the cheap way. You went out the cheap way because, man, Ascent could have been there. Why? Because it was different. We know it was Xbox, but the fact that it was different, the fact that it gave people something to play this summer. Deathloop didn't do that. Okay, you put Ratchet and Clank up there. I'm not even going to bitch about that because I already knew you was going to put that up there. The problem is it doesn't reflect. It doesn't reflect.
And you bringing up Ascent and everything. Shoot, I'll take it back to that time too. What about Flight Sim? Flight Sim scored pretty damn high too and was growing a community. There was people who didn't want anything to do with a simulator, and they were playing it. There's people who don't even know anything about flying, and were out there buying yokes and stuff like that, and talking about like, yeah, man, check out my yoke and stuff.
I like check out my flight control. Said. He says he choose the people who vote. It's his show after all. That's exactly right. But we gotta hold him accountable. That's why he's on Twitter right now trying to defend what's evident, right? Because if the real notion was what you said,
right?
He would never. If the real notion is what Radiance 9-6 said, and we left it at that, we wouldn't even be hearing from Jeff right now. Shout out to Xbox One, who tickled him. He made a post. It was so real, Jeff had to come say something on it.
Yep.
Why? If it didn't matter to him, he would have never said anything.
Yeah.
The reason he's saying something, and give a shout out to that guy. Give a shout out to Xbox One for being brave.
Because anybody like him in that situation wouldn't have said anything. Like why he said something just exposed. Like anybody who does dirt like this normally, just does the dirt and shuts the hell up, right? And doesn't answer any of the questions that aren't in his narrative. I know the answer, right?
Guilty conscience,
guilty, and he just went out and he answered and he dug the hole even deeper. He himself verified that Forza Horizon wasn't too late to be worthy.
Boy, I hate to be this dude's PR manager.
Real quick.
I hate to be his PR manager.
Michael Nimitz is the guy. Never seen you before. Thanks for coming in, brother. He says this: influence don't reflect the gaming community. The gamers do. 1000%. Here's the problem. What's the name of the show? The Game Awards. So do we need to change it? Because it's about the devs. It's not about the games. So if it says the Devs Awards, it's a little bit more to where he's gravitating to. But because it says the Game Awards is why we're talking to him. Because if it's about the Game Awards, right?
And Mr. Kima just said that too.
That's doing it this year. That's Forza 5. That's Forza Horizon 5. But we got these deadlines, right? He tried to cover it up. Well, if a game is nominated in one category, it's nominated in all. He lied because it ain't even nominated for the Gamers' Choice Awards. It's not even there. But look, I think it was J-Rock that showed him, hey, but you had no problem putting Ghost of Tsushima in the Gotti and in the Gamers' Choice. He had no problem doing that. So if the game is nominated in one area and it can be nominated in all the other areas, why isn't it in all the other areas? Good question. So do y'all really think that the gaming industry is ignoring Forza Horizon 5? Do y'all really think that? Like, no. You cannot honestly believe that. This is handpicked.
Shows they're not.
It's like Radiant said, right here. It's handpicked.
Handpicked. Yep.
And what was the other thing? The other tweet we came across where they said that it was 90% of the votes were from the media and 10% was only us.
Yeah,
the gamers.
Y'all think about that.
We only mean 10%.
10%.
Are you kidding me?
Because the only time it matters is when you do the Gamers Choice Award. That's the only one that matters to you. All the other folks, you don't have nothing to do with that. The only time you have anything to do with anything is when it's time for you to nominate for your console. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna put what I'm trying to tell my mighty Xbox community is this. Stop holding your breath thinking that this guy's going to put an Xbox game for Gotti of the Year. It's just not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Stop holding your breath and stop looking at that show like it's supposed to be serious. That's Nickelodeon's gamer. That game awards is as significant as Nickelodeon's Choice Awards for kids.
But I think though, here's the thing about that, and there's a lot of sense about how we're putting a lot of stock into a show, but like I explained about the validity of it, and it's supposed to be the industry and whatnot. But like, it shouldn't matter, right? But we make it matter. Like when the PlayStation fanboys were saying all these things, like sales and blah blah blah, like I said before, that's facts that they could use, and it's hard to argue against those, right? And that's why those times were particularly tough if you're an Xbox fan, because there's a lot of truth facts that they could use that you knew that behind those things that they saying there was a lot of bullshit, but you can't get past the truth to address the bullshit because there's a lot of truth in front of it, right? It's the same thing now. So to just be like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But because
you got a lot of them that try to whip that mess back around to my, I thought you said it didn't matter.
Right, exactly. Like if we just sit there and let it happen and let them say this game, that game won game of the year, it affects minds and hearts yet and still who don't know what's going on. That's what they're holding on to. This last little bit of the press and other things, but really, we know that's not really true. The gaming industry isn't snubbing Forza Horizon. They heap nothing but praise upon it. That's why we know it's being snubbed at this show, but the rest of the industry isn't snubbing it. They've done nothing but praise upon it. Even the other sus outlets like IGN. Okay?
Metacritic.
Metacritic. And Metacritic is backing up the game as much crap as I particularly talked about Metacritic. We've all talked about Metacritic. Metacritic at least stood up and said, 92. How is this not on the awards? How is this not nominated? The highest ranked game of the year on any goddamn platform. Beloved, highly rated, high selling. We can see the numbers in real time. Too many people are playing and enjoying it and paying for it. It's not even a week, 10 million, over 10 million people. Nearly 6 million or 5 or 7 million before it was even up for Game Pass. That means it was all buyers, all verified, because you can't just go and pirate it and then be online. Right? All verified numbers. Like, there's no way you can look at it and say that stuff, that's why it has to be stopped. That's why not stop, it has to be addressed. That maybe the other people behind the scenes, it's like with cancel culture and all this stuff, right? If something that, a public facing person is doing is not good, you attack them how? Their money. The people who support them, you want them to not support them. What I want to see is not the Game Awards itself, because like I said before, it's not just the awards that we see, it's the hobnobbing behind the scenes for these developers that is so important. We don't want to hurt that, but we want to change the system that allows this snubbery to go on. Jeff Keighley is that first piece. He got to get out of here, bro. His bias is too clear, and too many people are saying, it's not just Xbox fans saying this. Too many people are saying this. And it's been like that for too long. And people are like, people talking, they don't do nothing. But by saying that, it's like when you say, Nintendo, they get away with stuff all the time. By just saying that and throwing your hands up, well, that's you just giving up, and it will always be that way. I think the first thing that has to happen, that leadership has to go.
You remember the situation with him and Reggie, man?
Yeah.
Reggie, he would. I mean, the guy is just crazy, man. Look, Michael Nemesis, the guy, made plenty of sense. What Ratchet and Clank game out of the 19th installments, right, has ever been on a Gotti? Ever. We're talking, bro. This game had it didn't live up right. I mean, I'll give it to it that is 1.1 million. It was the biggest one. But what cracks me up is this. He's scared to put the Spider-Man up there.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't scared to put Spider-Man up there a couple years ago. Was he sick? Was he tech? Was he Fireboss? But let me tell y'all why he didn't put that one up there. Because it was 5-hour DLC. It wouldn't have looked right. But guess what? The reality is, people, Spider-Man is number 9 on the top 10 list of PlayStation 5 most played games. Ratchet and Clank is nowhere to be found. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? For this guy to have a platform, right? For this guy to have millions and millions of views for his show, for him to not reflect the reality of what's going on, he loses all my respect for that. Because you're painting a picture that don't exist.
Exactly.
Don't exist. At least reflect the community and then say, listen, look, this is how I would look at it. I really don't care if Spider-Man Miles Morales was nominated for Gotti, right? Because it has the numbers to back itself up. I don't care that it's 5 hours long. That's not the point.
Right.
The point is it has a community. It's in the top 10. So it has a community. There's people still wanting to play that game. But you don't have that you don't have that as Gotti. At least put the games in there where there's community at.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Sick, you even got people who will put jabs, right? That will throw jabs at you. Well, how many players is playing the game? Because that's real. That's real in gaming street.
Exactly.
People want to know if there's nobody playing the damn game, it's not important. What are we talking about?
You could put up against another number and know who's really real and who's really winning.
Right.
Or if both numbers are so high, you can say, hey, it don't even really matter if this one is high, the other, they're both doing well. Right? And this is why and once again, it's driving me nuts why I keep thinking about Forza Horizon. It kicks ass in all of these things. That's why it's so beloved right now. That's why it's so successful. Every number is high.
Had to come with it.
Every number is high. The sales, the all the ratings that it's gotten, everything you can look at objectively. And these other games on the list don't have that. Even the good games that people could agree should be on the list, right? Like Ratchet and Clank. I'm not saying Ratchet and Clank should not be on the list. In fact, I think for a PlayStation game, that's one of the games that should be. Okay, if it was that or Returnal, it should be Ratchet and Clank, right? And thus, I feel its position is there. But there are other games there that maybe not ahead of Forza. It's that simple.
I like this right here. You see how, you know what, man? Look, people, Sick, Tank, Fireboss, the chit chat reflects the streets. They reflect the people. What's beautiful is when I see
definitely needs to be off that list. There's not enough people playing that.
There's not enough people playing it. Sick.
Yeah, nobody's talking
about
that's
getting you.
That's
getting you. That's it. That's my whole point of the show.
Even though this game, it takes two. People still talk about that game.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's talking about Deathloop. The week after it was done,
Dude, oh my God.
Metroid people talk about. Psychonauts people talk about. Ratchet and Clank. Resident Evil was a whole meme. We know how far that meme went in many ways. We're not going to get into that. So all these games, listen.
I didn't get to draw the tall lady
on the list. If it could have been 7 games on the list, I would be like, cool. But if one of them has to go to make room for Forza, I think it would have to be Deathloop. And that's a game made by an Xbox-owned studio, folks. So we're not trying to be full of shit. That's the game that should be off the list. One had to be moved for Forza.
It didn't even get past 4 days.
Yeah.
Dude, it didn't even get past. Bro. Why is Destiny 2 on there?
Destiny 2 Destiny 2 is up, I think, for DLC or some shit. It's some other thing.
Hilarious, man.
Wait, no. Destiny 2 might be for what's the subject it's on for?
What's up, Scotty?
Ongoing game or something.
Oh no,
David
hell yeah.
VGS.
Apex, Warzone, Final Fantasy, Fortnite, Genshin Impact. Yeah, man, all these games have done great things for being ongoing. But the one game you just mentioned, wait, I don't see it there.
Look,
it's not there. Where's Destiny 2? You're right. Where is Destiny 2? 68 for Game of the Year, and everything else is 5. The best.
I thought Destiny was in there, wasn't it?
No, Apex Legends.
No, I'm talking about Destiny was in the top 10. It's in the top 10 most played PlayStation community.
Listen, all I know is Destiny 2, no matter what platform you play it on, it's still beloved and one of the top ongoing games. A game that, been out for years, and they keep hooking it up. Like past games, like you would say Rainbow Six, right? There's been other games like that we know that keep people engaged for multiple years. Halo's gonna do that, right? In 2 or 3 years, it should be on the best ongoing list, right?
100 says, hell with that Game Awards. It don't have no governing body. Jeff and his slaves pick what they want to pick, and I ain't watching it.
Yeah, but
it ain't. I'm not watching it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Right, a veil of legitimacy, but it's not legitimate. But they act and they move like it is.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I never watched that. I never watched it until about 3 years ago.
I've seen everyone, and only for the game trailers after the first one. But most gamers said that though. Most gamers said that with a clear conscience, clear heart, every year, no matter what platform you rock. If PC is your main, if Nintendo or PlayStation or Xbox, gamers every year complain about the results of the Game Awards, right? About the fact that it was stupid and boring, that the show itself was crappy, or the show was good finally, and the only good thing that was worth watching was the trailers and
reveals. You're not talking from a place of void, right? Let's take a walk down memory lane. You remember when it was hard pressing for The Last of Us 2? And we had already predicted it, right? Oh, man, let's go win the game. That's when it's whack. Oh, it's going to win Gotti, right? By default. Now,
you had people returning the doggone disc.
Dude,
yeah, dude, breaking the disc in half because it, he had like a mental disability and it triggered him.
Come on with it. And not just that. Let's make this real clear tonight. I want everybody to pay attention to this because this happened. Don't turn a blind eye to this. This is when we knew. We learned a lot during the Last of Us 2 era, right? You saw the politics in gaming. Nobody can tell me, I'm a basketball player, man. I've been playing since I was 6, right? I come from a basketball family, right? My mother was a professional basketball player. My whole life, I watched other sports get involved in the politics and the busting and all that stuff, especially boxing. I love boxing, but boxing is a heavy political sport. Those judges are corrupt. Baseball,
heavily politicized.
Football, corrupt. You know what I'm saying? You had all those dudes doing the drug era and all that stuff, and coaches and organizations knew about it, wouldn't say nothing, and those players would play until they got caught, right?
Yeah, but that's everywhere, man.
The NBA for so long, I used to hold it up high until we found out that one of the refs were doing side bets for a real-time mobster. I think he was a mobster in New York, and he had mob ties, and he was calling games. And the guy that he was calling games on was Vince Carter. You can't make this up. And when I saw that hurt me, man, because I was like, there's no sport that's not corrupted. Then you see all the changes that happen, right? You look at this stuff. YouTubers, the people's platform, right? YouTube, where you can express yourself. If we don't have one platform, we have YouTube. YouTube failed you a couple years ago because it's about the money, just like they always said. The bottom line is the money. Isn't there this saying? There's always somebody that's willing to pay for their mouth, right? I'm not going to say anything.
Ted DiBiase said it. Ted DiBiase said it the best.
Take the bait, right?
Legal say it. Ted DiBiase's slogan.
Money.
No.
Everybody has a price.
Everybody has a price.
Thank you, Chat. Thank you, Chat. Thank you. Everybody's got a price.
I just have to sing this song a little bit.
On top of that, not only did the Ted DiBiase have that line, but who did he have behind him?
Virgil.
Who was Virgil? The hitman. What's the hitman?
The clown.
Now is always going to be in the front line to distract you from what's going on. Yep. That's how it works. Ted DiBiase was the bank. Virgil was a distributor. Every bank has to have a distributor. Every show has to have somebody who's willing to pay. Right? So if you got sponsors, see, sponsors is the nice version of that. But then you got people who do hush money favors for you. We know Sony does these things. We know Sony Epic does these things. See, Epic and Sony told you what they do behind the scenes last year. And it carried over to this year, early this year. Sick talked about it. Sick had a whole show on Di-RREC Gaming about it. You can't front on this stuff.
Been telling you about Epic.
Metacritic is tied into it. The gatekeeping. And listen, donkeys don't like to hear this. I know, because it doesn't go into your favor. But you can't fake this. If you try to fake this, then you're whack. You're whack, because your best interest is not for the culture of gaming. Your best interest, your feelings over your console. That's whack. You gotta stand up for the truth. This is why the PlayStation community, the ones who were real, they came out on that Last of Us 2. The problem wasn't the fact that people were mad about the agenda. You had every right to be mad about that. My issue was when YouTubers came out to express themselves about the game. Sony made YouTube censored it. How you gonna censor something? And then you block them. You block them from even making new videos. YouTube did that in cahoots with Sony. We saw it. The YouTubers expressed their emotions on Twitter. Said, when did it ever come where we can't talk about a game? Like, screw that, bro. So that lets you know Sony does this stuff. It was imperative. Look, I want you to even go deeper than that. Look what they did on Metacritic. When the people were giving it bad reviews, they were taking it off, Sick, Tech, and Fireballs in the chit chat. They were removing it.
All this time they could have long since been doing stuff like this.
When have they ever? Here's my question: when have they ever removed review bombs for Microsoft games? Ori and the Will of the Wisp, bro. You can go look it up on Metacritic. The first thing you see, they bombing it. First thing you see, go look it up. They bombing it. All you see is red zeros going straight down.
With the most childish reasons that should have automatically been
Metacritic
deleted.
looks at Microsoft.
They should have had a script auto deleting this shit. Like, that's how bad it was.
Metacritic looks at Microsoft and says this: hey, listen, you want those reviews going, pay us.
Yep.
Sponsor us. Say something about us and we'll delete it.
But they didn't have to do it this time with Forza Horizon. Because it was so overwhelming, it would make them look bad if they didn't.
Right. Microsoft is like that. They're like this. That's too corny. We believe in our community. It's that simple. Microsoft don't play that corny stuff. So this is why Jeff now is looking stupid. Y'all got to read between the lines. You see what Playground Games just did? They see us, y'all. They see us. They see the community is shaking, right? It's shaking. The industry is shook right now. And here comes not Platinum Game. Here comes Playground Games. Boom, with that 10 million gamers on Forza Horizon 5. They slam dunked them. And guess who had to come out of that bunker? You guessed it. Oh, congratulations. You was forced to do that because you was already looking stupid all day. So you got a Game Awards show. Look how stupid this is, y'all. He's got a Game Awards show where there's an actual game in real time that's got 10 million gamers on it. And he's got a Game Awards show and it doesn't even reflect where the gamers are at. But yet you tried to separate devs from gamers. It's impossible. because you was into the favorship of devs. That's what you were doing. You were trying to win the industry over. And in a sense, host a show called Game Awards. It's not Game Awards. His show is nothing like the Joystick Award show. It's nothing like that. Joystick Award show is given to gamers. You type in what game you want. I'll tell you another thing. The NBA, like I said, I'm a basketball nut, right? The NBA All-Star ballot. How does it work? You get a ballot, you give it to the streets. The streets say, hey, I want LeBron James. I want LeBron James. I want Carmelo. I want Stephen Curry. They vote for these guys. So the NBA starting five is the streets. The bench goes to the coaches. The next starting five they give to the coaches. Who does a coach like? Who's the sixth man? Who's that? The coaches do that. But the first five they give to the streets. Because Tank, we're from Northeast Texas, right? Tank, we got the Dallas Cowboys, we got the Dallas Mavericks, we got the East Stadium, we got Six Flags, we got four big things. Oh, and Hurricane Harbor. Five, where me and Tech live, there's five big entities in the same area, y'all. Who do you think is most important?
Go to bed.
Who do you think is most important? The buildings or the people who buy those tickets? You better believe that where we're from, where me and Tech is from, the people, the streets are the most important. They don't want no problems out of us. If we say, man, we didn't like that, we don't want our tickets back, hey, what can we do to assist you? Refund right here. They don't play around because they understand when there's a happy customer, there's a happy business.
And it's funny you bringing that up, Legal.
They accommodate us around here, bro. They accommodate us around here.
It's funny what Legal's getting at and stuff like that. It's funny because, see, Jeff's little initial strategy of this so-called giving back to the devs and stuff, it could turn around and blow up in his face. It's just a question of when. And by blowing up in his face, I mean where it's like, just like I said, everybody all of a sudden might unanimously stop bothering to watch it. And therefore you have you have people in the industry backing him who are like, hey, what's wrong with your viewership? I forked over a lot of dough for people to see our stuff on your show. So what's going on here? Well, this looks like it might be a dead horse, guys. Let's go ahead and pull our stakes and move out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We was doing pretty good just putting our stuff straight on YouTube. You know what, Bobby? That's a damn good idea. Let's do that.
The enforcer's in the building. I know I ain't gonna say nothing. He's in here. He popped up. What's good? West Side in the building. Another West Side connection. Yo, check this out. We seen it with our own eyes. I don't want to hear it. I'm like Sid. Stop fronting out here, y'all. I get it. You can throw the jab at me. Oh, y'all are just mad. You're salty. Throw the jab at me, bro. I know how to move. I know how to move my jaw. Come on. That's Twitter stuff. We're not doing that. That's boring right now. We're taking a stand. What your fake end doing? You want to type jabs all day? All right. Then you wonder why nobody takes you serious. I told you, we're not those dudes that come through scratching people's ears, giving you little Twizzlers to eat on, little snacks, little Debbies. We're not here to give you little Debbies looking sick. Yeah,
I can use a Twizzler right now.
We're here to give you Twizzlers,
Nutty Buddies,
and nut bars and all this other stuff that you get out of these daggum vending machines.
Dingo.
I got a nut bar.
Going on. This is not that. We come in to take it. We come in to take it. Put the hay all the way.
Trick or treating.
Put the smoke in there. Whatever you want, man. We can take it. Nobody's gonna get hurt on this show. Nobody. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna echo the community. We see our community out here. We seen them. So we're gonna reflect it. The Xbox community is not happy about how we just never get no recognition. You're gonna have to stop ignoring us because the Xbox community is making you see us whether you want to see us or not. We are the hottest community out right now. PlayStation fans ain't playing their first-party games. They're not even playing their first-party games. So what do you do?
They're too busy playing Twitter.
Playing Twitter.
They ain't got no games.
Twitter Spaces, yep.
Look, they really don't have no games, though.
And free-to-play games that were, multi-platform and free-to-play. Like, what the hell?
And multi-generation.
You just wait for Horizon Forbidden West. You just wait. It sounds like somebody who. It's not like you just kick somebody's ass at the playground and they run out to wait till I get my brother.
Yeah, just
wait till Ragnarok.
Yep. Get my big brother. You mess you up.
Man, I think after Ball said something.
Fireball.
Move the show to let the year go, let all the games go, and do it like in January and February, or something, because that's when the All-Star games, do it around that time. Let all the games finish out for the year. But we understand why it's not like that. We get it. But if you really did it that way, it would be a totally different story. Look, y'all, Halo Infinite. This was so funny. Halo Infinite is not going to be at the Game Awards. It ain't going up for no Gotti. But I'm gonna tell y'all what the two biggest games is gonna be this year. See, the Game Awards can only give you a mirage. It's only gonna give you a mirage. It's only gonna give you fantasy. The reality is, Halo Infinite and Forza Horizon 5 are gonna be the hottest things out this year, and it's not even gonna become close.
Yo, somebody in trouble.
Ooh, you in trouble.
I'm doing a show.
In trouble. Shit.
There you go again. Here we go again. I'm doing a show.
She said, "Stop playing with your phone."
Look.
She said, "Stop playing a 20-minute clip from your phone."
I think she's telling you.
I should grab you by the collar of your shirt and drag you in the back.
It's time for bed.
Hey, listen, man. Well, better that she dragged
it's your curfew.
Yeah, look.
Not on camera anyway.
Look. At the end of the day, right? She pulling one of your kids. Look at see. Text loving it. Text loving it. Look out. I love it.
Love what I say. You caught what I said after the fact.
She's like, I want in on this. Go ahead, Mrs. Legal. Go ahead and tell us your thoughts, Mrs. Legal.
Finally, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd have locked the door. I'd have locked the door, but see what happened is all this.
Oh no, that door go flying.
Right, that ain't gonna happen. But look at Joe. Look at Joe. Look at that. Look at that. It's all good, baby. Listen. At the end of the day, man, it has to reflect. It has to at least make sense. Nothing that's happening with the Game Awards makes sense. It's called Game Awards. So if it's called Game Awards, it should be about the games. You only got to say so when it's the Players' Choice Awards, right? That's his way of giving back. Okay, I get it. But if that's all you're going to do, where only 10% of your show is giving back to the gamers, that's a joke. That's a joke, man. Because honestly, devs and gamers go hand in hand. We should be able to celebrate the devs that we are enjoying. It's not about you, Jeff. It's not about your PR. It's not about your personal relationships. So you made that show about you, homie. You did because you was mad.
You really did.
You was mad because you couldn't make no calls when you was working on them other shows. You said it in your documentary. In your little documentary interview, you said that. So it's that old saying, what a man says, there he is, there he shall be. So you said that. That's exactly how you felt from within. There's no questioning. You said it. That's just like if I said that show was BS, I said that. So that's how I felt. You didn't know it until I said it. Once I said it, then you know how I'm feeling. That's how it works. We know how you feel. We know what you think about Xbox. Like Tech said, he made a damn show about it. I'll never forget that, bro. You sure did, bro. And put it on Twitter. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's one of Tech's best shows I've ever seen him do. I'm not even gonna lie to you, homie. You killed that show, bro. I think I called you and told you. Wow.
Yep.
Because he put work in that. He even showed you clip by clip. He showed you. He even showed you. He slowed it down. You can see this dude's impressions, man. His countenance will let down. Every time something was said about Xbox, you could just see him cringe. Like he just didn't want to hear it.
Yep.
Dude's a joke. This is what I'm trying to say to y'all. If you tell me something, listen, Ratchet and Clank is going up for Gotti. That doesn't cringe me. So what? To me, it's like, who cares? I don't play on this. I don't play on this. I use it for souvenirs. This is a coaster for me. I wish I had my cup. I put my cups on this. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, souvenir stuff. I collect consoles. Just like everybody else do. I got consoles. I got consoles too. They're collections. All right? So that doesn't bother me. God of War's Gotti. Okay, good. Move along. We understand what the media is. The media is Sony driven. I get it. But my thing is this. Where's Xbox at? Where's the number 2 market machine at? It's number 2. Xbox has always been number 2. Worldwide. So how can you ignore the number 2 market? How? You're an American. You're using their stage. I love that about Microsoft. See, that's one thing I love about Microsoft, right? Just above all the petty stuff. They're like, yeah, he ain't got to give us no game awards. Pay rent. There's
limits. It's just a question. It's just a question of when they get broke.
Facts. You see how it's not corny over here. Microsoft built the foundation that's not corny. It doesn't get mad at Metacritic. It doesn't get mad because Sony's doing lies. It doesn't get mad because the industry wants to talk about their product. Microsoft is like this. Keep talking. We just keep building. Keep talking. Because we know we can shell out. We can shell past the hate. Y'all can't.
Yep. Just like the situation with Game Pass going everywhere. Everybody, it's like, yeah, it wasn't just so much as Sony, Nintendo saying no, because it would most likely cannibalize their own market. It was also because of the fact that their own users, their own hardcore fans, wouldn't shut their damn mouths.
That's right.
I told one dude, I said, you evidently don't realize that everything you keep saying, you and your little homies, Phil and Aaron Greenberg, see that stuff. Mm-hmm. Do y'all not understand that?
From it. Yep.
And then you see, because Phil was one of the ones trying to champion for us unifying as gamers. But what did y'all do? Y'all turn around and started just giving him all sorts of backhanded comments and LOLs and stuff. And look at you now.
Brother.
Look at you now. Hey, is Starfield coming to? No.
Begging for it. No, the future's not bright, bro. The future's not bright.
You did that to yourself.
Yep.
You did that to yourself.
Exactly how you deserve it too.
You reap what you sow. That's what I'm saying, y'all. This is going to be one of the funniest comebacks of all time.
It's been funny all year.
It's been funny all year. And now Jeff Keighley, the clown, he's going to try to save you.
Say his last name properly and it won't hurt my ear.
Try to save you. But I told y'all, they all going to fail you. It ain't going to matter. See, it doesn't even matter who wins Gotti. Do y'all not see that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because the gamers are playing on one platform. The masses are playing Forza Horizon 5. They're not caring about who wins Gotti. If they did, they would stop playing it and go play Deathloop. Deathloop is not attracting gamers. Ratchet and Clank is not attracting gamers. None of them games that are nominated for it is attracting gamers. This game we just got notified tonight on Twitter. 10 million. Dude, it's hilarious, y'all. 10 million. That's what our awards look like. Because we ain't got no show. We don't have no, they took our magazine. We don't have no Xbox magazines. They took that. They took we got E3 in our own shows. Pandemic got us down on that. So guess what Xbox gamers are doing? We gaming. We gaming. That's what we doing. and we showing the whole entire industry that we gaming. See, there is a time when we talk, but then there's a time when we game. You guys got more so-called exclusives than we do, and y'all only got one official in your top 10. Y'all ain't even doing that. You know why? Because you take your platform for granted. You feel entitled, and you think just because PlayStation is the most popular console, you think you don't have to buy those games. But you know what? You don't have exclusives anymore. Your game's on PC. You know what else is happening? PlayStation 5s, you can't get them no more online. You know why? They ain't made enough of them. So what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? See, this is business model 101. What do you think is going to matter? What do you think is going to happen when Sony can't measure up to what the word success means? See, in a business model, success means when you do better than what you did the last time. Look, it's simple. In basketball, the Dallas Mavericks, Tech, they only won 25 games last year. The Dallas Mavericks, Tech, this year, they won 35 games. Which season was called a success season?
Last year.
No, last year, right? Exactly. If they won only 25 games last year, and they only win 35 games this year, they still didn't make the playoffs. See, that's my point. Still didn't get to the playoffs, but it's considered a better year than the year before. It's called a successful year. Now, when they make it to the playoffs, they made it. There's no talking. If you make to the playoffs, you don't have to say nothing. You made it to the playoffs. But that's how success is measured. So all Microsoft has to do is do better than what they did last year. It's not about, they only sold 50 million.
That was a metric. Well, then the Knicks would have been a successful team. And I'm from New York. The Knicks have been ass since before I was born. Just saying.
Oh, the Knicks did it. The Knicks did it, sick. And I like the Knicks, bro. My boy D Rose is on it. I was rooting for D Rose back in the day. But Randall, all them dudes, the Knicks are hustlers. They remind me of my Memphis Grizzlies back about 5 years ago when the grindhouse was going on. That's who the Knicks remind me of.
But listen, I want to talk about
Garden now. You're not coming out with an easy W.
I want to talk about something real funny to me. Like, I just want to point and laugh and be real petty at this. Okay, so earlier I was talking about how, all you have to do is reverse the situations, put PlayStation and Xbox position, and vice versa, right? Of all the things that went great for Xbox and not so great for PlayStation, right? Here's one of the things that people aren't even really talking about it too heavy, and this is catastrophic, right? This is catastrophic because one dude did it, even though he didn't put the info out there. He said it's pretty easy to figure out. You didn't need to mod the hardware. What I'm talking about is PlayStation's been hacked. They got the keys. They figured it out. It was easier than the last PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So now piracy and all this other crap is possible. Yo, when I said before earlier that, if you swap positions, if Microsoft was going through what PlayStation is going through right now, even if they're selling more PlayStations than Xbox, let's imagine they are, right? And you swap positions, right? And Microsoft was in the position that PlayStation is in now, even if it's more system sold, they would say the Xbox, or claiming that it's more system sold, right? With no proof, right? They would still say the Xbox screwed up twice in a row, not needing to leave the console market immediately. Just give up, sell everything, give up, right? But that's without me considering the PlayStation's already freaking hacked within a year. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Listen,
because it's the same. Because it's the same software. They didn't change anything. It's the same software. The X, the X and the S are running on what?
Well, they're
running on Windows. Yeah, they're running on Windows 11.
They were able to crack it this fast because of the powerful SSD.
Yep. That powerful SSD, boy. Yep.
Tech. Go to the corner.
Fireball, that's what got them in trouble in 2011 when they did that investigation and they found out that they hadn't even updated. This is sad.
They're still running on.
This is sad. When the investigation report comes back and says you was running a service that was outdated.
Yeah.
And you got
the thing is with the Japanese. The thing is with the Japanese is that even though their internet,
the Japanese,
I'm sorry, I'm calling this. The thing is, their internet is light years ahead of ours. All right.
Okay.
But their tech,
no, that's not true.
But their
that's
tech,
not so true anymore. That is
North
far
Korea,
not
technology is way behind.
No. I like how you finished it.
I thought you were gonna go all Full Metal Jacket lingo.
The thing is,
no.
Right? It's crazy when you think about people will still shell out their money for this.
Because look at the Switch. Why are they using such outdated tech? Come on, man. Y'all know better.
I talk about this too much because they can get away with this. What I was talking about earlier, they can get away with it because people just put their hands up in the air and say, "Oh, Nintendo, like the rules don't apply to them," and all this blah blah blah. All the stuff that people say. What's that? Somebody said the term for me the other day. Cognitive dissonance. It's cognitive dissonance. You know what the problem is, but you're just saying this excuse so you can, just move away from it because you don't want to have to deal with it. The way to deal with it is simple. Okay? You vote with your money. You vote with your wallet. With this Game Awards.
I know I did. I didn't get the PS5. I made money off the PS5.
You did. That's facts. Made about $250 off of it. Made people mad.
Stacking.
I'm like, do you know that he sold it for cheap? I guess you ain't been online and see how much the scalpers are actually selling.
That's how I got my Series S. Thank you, Sony fans.
And you want to know what's dumb? The dude he was selling it to was happy. He couldn't believe Jack was selling it for $750. He was happy. Because if you went online, they were $1,100, $1,200, $1,500. It's
hey, Chuck,
you know what, man, at the end of the day,
did he get back to you and tell you if it's still working?
No, he never did.
Yo, Tech gave an ultimatum. No, once you buy it,
I got a burner phone that I change the number on all the time. So
it was too funny, man. But hey, here's the realization. To me, the Game Awards, much respect to the devs. Much respect to you for making great games. But let's be fair, let's be honest when we do that. Give it to the devs that are actually making the impact. That's all I'm saying. As far as that goes, since that's not how it goes on the Game Awards show, the Game Awards show is BS. It's BS. There's no hating, there's no this, the facts. It's not living up to the initial origin. It's not even living up to anything. It's comical right now. So I don't look. I know people say I didn't take it serious.
Focus on the high because they must.
You ain't missing out on nothing. And if you think we're just playing around, you think we're just wasting time when we talk about that, fine. You can still act like you a blind horse if you want to. I don't care. The bottom line is this: the guy came out to talk to us today. So because he did that, he knows we ain't lying about what we're talking about. He knows that. There's no reason for him to come out to try to explain himself.
I was looking at his replies, man. He's like replying to everybody.
Why are you picking at me? Leave me alone.
You guys need some new material.
Dude sitting up here front and trying to make it seem like I told y'all they think the streets is dumb. He come out there and he starts saying stuff like, dude, do you not realize, man? Yeah, we may not like the show when we watch it. Do you not realize that you wasn't always on your show? Dude, you've been out here forever and a day. You got a trail of stupidity with you, man. A trail of it. It's not hard to not figure you out. So
Legal, that's why I said I hate to be this dude's PR. I would hate to be his PR. Dude, Jeff, what are you doing? Bro, shut up. Shut up.
It's crazy. But listen, man, once again, paint the picture right. Shouts to Playground Games. You deserve everything, all the attention, every good deed thing that comes y'all's way. Y'all deserve it because Forza Horizon is unlike any other open world racer. There isn't another one. You top-notch this one. This one's unbelievable. And your proof is in the pudding. The community is very much alive, just like Forza Horizon 4 was very much alive. Sea of Thieves is very much alive. And listen, the list for Gottis is just bullshit, bro, at the end of the day. It's just bullshit. I can't even believe.
Well, I've been saying that for years, but a lot of people put a lot of weight behind it. Like, oh, they got him, man, got him. Like,
it's not, man.
I think what it is, especially with this year, is that I think that a lot of our brethren was hoping for this chance to just finally shut up a certain community. That's all it was. Other than that, we could have cared less. They just wanted to just kill one more narrative. That's all it was. Just drag, just like a dictator, drag him into the street, and hey, you all see this? You all see this? And just kill them right in front of the people. That's what they wanted.
Boss? You know what, boss? We were hoping that justice was going to be served, right? We would sit up here like there's no way. Dude, this guy found the way to pull it off. He really acts like nobody had the game before release date. He really gonna front like that, right? So nobody had the game.
I saw that.
February 4th was the release date. It came out February 5. Nobody played the game before that. Dude, this is what I'm trying to say, Tech. When we got the game, Tech, that Thursday, right? It was a Thursday or Friday. I can't remember. 1 million people. It was Thursday, right? Sick, because Friday we got the report. 1 million people playing it. Tech.
Review outlets were already sending out scores.
They already crowned it.
Yep.
Tech.
It was already
1 million people, Tech. 1 million. How does that? So 1 million gamers overnight is ignored because of his standards. His standards. Well, the game is not released yet. So until the game gets released yet, well, damn it, man. I mean, the game, look, Saturday comes, 3 million. Sunday comes, 5 million. Monday comes, 6, 7 million. I said, well, damn, by the end of this week, it's going to hit 10 million. It's just Thursday, and it hit 10 million. And this guy is going to sit up here and act like it was a late call. Like, dude, you don't realize that was over 1 million people was already playing the damn game.
Yeah.
Look, now watch this. When Ratchet and Clank came out, we got the report about that a month or so after, 1.1 million. Sick, Fireballs, Tech, Chit Chat, what's the difference? I don't see no difference. What's the difference? One just took longer than the other one. That's the only difference in this situation. But Forza Horizon 5 had over 1 million people overnight. The very next day, we get a report, damn, over 1 million players.
It didn't matter because it just kept going.
I can't believe this. I see the numbers, and I'm astonished. And then the news articles come out and say Forza Horizon 5 is the fastest selling IP in Xbox history. This is history, Tech. And this game ain't going up. It ain't even nominated. It's just like whoever he picked to do games, this ain't happening. This is fantasy. What they're saying about Forza Horizon 5 is not even real. And you think gamers like us are supposed to sit up here, watch that game award with a straight face, really feel compelled about dead games, no communities in them. So I guess he's changing the narrative, right? Right? He's changing the narrative. So now it doesn't matter if anybody's playing the damn game. We start picking games that nobody's playing now. It's good to do that. And we can nominate them for Gotti. Let's start it up. Why? Because Jeff Keighley. I mean, I said it. I know. Jeff Keighley.
I don't even say anything anymore.
But it just sounds, I don't know. It just sounds better when I say it. But anyway.
It tweaks my ear in a way like, ugh.
But it's almost disrespectful, man, to what the gaming culture is all about. And so I get it. You know what I'm saying? I see why people are frustrated because it doesn't represent the culture. And this guy, he's a gamer. Let's not take anything away from him. When he was a kid, he was putting in work. Despite who his parents were, he was putting in work. Along the way, success got to his head, and he lost what this is all about. Yes, we can commemorate devs, We got 1 minute. We got 30 seconds left. Yes, we can
already a show for that.
But at the same time, people, you can't separate devs from gamers. And I think now that the Game Awards show is starting to see that happening. It's starting to get that ripple effect. You're going to have to start paying attention to the gamers. Or when they stop looking at your show, if you think the PlayStation community is going to take care of you, you better think again, because they ain't even taking care of their platform right now.
Why do you think MOB came over to us?
Homie. Yo, Tech, Fireboss, Six Slayer, right here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for doing this show with me. Chit Chat community. Y'all already know what y'all mean. All the real gamers across the world. Y'all already know what y'all mean. Yo, to everybody out there that took a stance today, nothing but respect to you. You're not stupid. You're not dumb. You look like a leader. And before I leave, always remember this. Leaders come when there's trouble, when there's things being shook. That's when leaders come. Watch this, Sick. When you go on vacation, Tech, when you're going to Mexico to chill out, there's no need for leaders. When you go to a wedding or something, there's no need for a leader. When you go to a vacation spot in the Bahamas, there's no need for a leader. When you die and you go to this place called paradise, there's no room for a leader. If you die and you go to heaven, there's no need for a leader. The only time leaders come around is when things get shook up. You're gonna need people to stand up. That's the mark of a leader. And some of y'all today got a lot of respect from the New Legal because you stood up. And I told y'all, before we get off this show, I told y'all right there, I told y'all that y'all are the biggest threat. They are scared of you guys.
I'm gonna sing a song for you.
Because the streets got control of all of this. Don't think you don't. And don't think they don't pay attention to you. Because once again today, I proved that. Xbox One proved that. Shouts to him. Keep being courageous out here, Xbox One. We appreciate you. And to everybody else who stood up and had a comment to say about it. Yo, we getting up out of here. Remember, keep it gaming. Chase the one up in life. It's the New Legal. Represent Di-RREC Gaming with my awesome panel. Yeah. Technoblast, Fireball, Six Slayer, the chat room, Xbox community. Stand up. You're beautiful. Forza, 10 million strong. We out of here. Peace.